Hello, viewers, and welcome to today's episode of Disappointed Dragon. As you can see, we have the Next City Super Transformation 2 modes. It's a green Jeep, or an all-terrain vehicle. And again, it transforms with the others into the big guy here. It's kind of odd that there's only 4. Usually there's 5 of them, I think. 5 or 6. It's weird, it's like the Combiners and Transformers. Sometimes there's 5, sometimes there's 6. And again, he has a weird robot mode. I do kind of like how all of the robot modes so far have, like, wheel legs, and this one's got, like, guns and stuff. I'm still probably going to skip this because I have no real interest in making the robot. We're here for pullback racers, pullback toys. If you'll recall from last time, we've got the bus still here, ready to go. I expect that this one will be just as nice as the last one. A fantastic little thing. You get to do your construction toy fix and then have a pullback racer, which is always welcome. Always happy with the pullback racer. There's just something really fun about pullback racers. And it's hard to... If you've played with one, you know what I mean. Unless you don't enjoy them, in which case, I'm sorry for your loss. They're fantastic. I never don't enjoy pullback racers. I thought ahead and I've got a garbage bag beside me. It's fantastic, actually. And I highly doubt that this is going to be too different from the last one. I'm going to assume it's the same idea. You've got the gearbox in there. Close over the casing. Oh, pardon me, flip it over. What is this? Boop. This one also has ball joints. A staple of these, a staple, not a stable. We're not having a nativity. We're doing office work. A staple of these cheaper kits is that they often have these ball joints, which is great, which is kind of why I like to get them, because it's very nice to have a collection of those if you want to build other things. They're very useful. And I've definitely bought enough knockoff construction toys that I've got a large, very large collection of said ball joints. I also really like tiny vehicles. That's just something cool about these things, is that they're tiny vehicles, and I really like tiny vehicles. Anyone who's watched my channel for any period of time knows that I love miniatures, and anytime I can find a miniature to build, I will. And often. I've actually just gone on a bit of a tangent. I was watching these guys. I believe their channel is called Dope or Nope, and they have a whole series on tiny things that actually work, and I am very, very interested in a lot of the things that they did. They're really cool. I've always loved miniatures, and especially ones that work. They have the same issues that I have with some of them. Like the tiny record player, it doesn't actually play music, it just spins when you lift up the needle, which is cool and all. I mean, it still does do something, but it doesn't do what it's intended to do, and that's just not as cool. I think I've talked about it before, the Queen's Dollhouse in the UK that has the tiny readable books and things. And actually, somewhere I've got the world's smallest Bible keychain, which is fantastic. It's actually got full books of the Bible. I don't think it's the entire thing, if I recall. It's only some of it. But it's got this. It's really tiny. And you have to have like a magnifying glass to read the words. It's crazy. It's just one of those things. It doesn't really need to exist because it doesn't really serve a usable purpose. Why won't that clip on? Wait, what am I doing wrong here? Oh, yes, I am doing that wrong. The instructions are quite far away from me, and they've got the glare on them from the lamp I'm using for light, so it's making it kind of hard to see what I'm doing a little bit. Oh, is that... Oh, that's a lot of extra parts. My guess is that these extra bits are all for either the robot mode or the combined mode, but that is a lot of extra parts, so I'm gonna somehow put them on here. Because I don't like extra parts. We've talked about this. The issue is that these parts aren't going to fit anywhere very well because they're the peg parts. I'd have to like stick them in the windows like this. Which is kind of horrible. Oh well. You give me extra parts, you end up with a silly looking vehicle mode. I like how I'm calling it a vehicle mode as if it was a transformer. Which, of course, it is not. Now it's got flames coming out the back. This piece doesn't really have a good spot to go. I feel like that will impede its driving. Guess we'll just stick it on this. And we can give it an aerial to pick up radio transmissions. There we go. Extra bits. Ignoring the extra bits, it's a cool little vehicle. It does look like an all-terrain vehicle. It's a bit sloped back with a very large hood. That's fine. I've seen vehicles that look like that. How does the pull work? About as good as the bus. It doesn't have a lot of oomph, but it works. And that is all that matters. We'll see if they... If you put them too close together, they kind of stop each other from moving. Everyone drive sedately. We'd hate to have an accident. The suspense is going to kill me. Will they collide? No, because the bus didn't go. Come on. Oh, they're so underwhelming, but I still love them. They're fantastic little things. Aside from all the spare bits, which I'm not a big fan of, they are really cool. And, of course, the pieces are for the combined mode, which is completely separate. Without them, it's a pretty cool little vehicle. I mean, you're supposed to leave this on. I think it's supposed to be like a hatchback. I think that this is supposed to be mostly just to fill in that gap back there. And then, I guess, it's supposed to fold down and you can put stuff in it. It doesn't really serve much of a purpose. It's just kind of there. But no, very cool. Again, I like it. I like it a lot. The spare pieces, as always, make me very annoyed. Because I don't like spare pieces. But if the combined mode is really cool, maybe I won't mind too much about the extra pieces. Who knows? But that'll do it for this episode, guys. As always, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time when we build vehicle number 3. Bye-bye!